the Sunday morn. I was feeling happy, I was feeling reborn. I had my jersey ironed and my beer on ice, thinking that the day was gonna be real nice. I set up the TV 65-inch screen, the crispest picture that you've ever seen. I positioned my recliner in the sweet, sweet spot, giving me the angle that the others haven't got. Then the doorbell rang at 1:45. I thought it was Dave or maybe it was Lou, but I opened up the door and I saw a crowd talking real fast and laughing real loud. There were people that I didn't even know by name, here to eat my food and distract me from the game. My wife said, honey, be a gracious host. I felt like I was staring at a scary ghost. I walked into the den with a bowl of chips, a smile plastered fake upon my trembling lips, and there sat a guy with a backwards hat, sitting in the chair where I should have sat. He was reclining all the way to the floor, spilling salsa on the carpet near the door. He looked at me and said, hey, grab me a brew. I'm wondering exactly what I'm gonna do. That's my leather chair molded to my spine. I've been working on the groove since 2009. He's messing up the settings, he's messing up the lean. It's the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen. Get out of my chair, you're in my zone. Get out of my chair, in my castle of stone. Get out of my chair, kickoff is near. Move your backside and give me my beer. Get up! I tried to hint politely, I cleared my throat. I said that seat's broken, a little lie I wrote. He laughed and said it feels just fine to me. I've never been comfy in a pedigree. The first quarter started, the whistle blew. I'm standing in the corner with the obstructed view. I'm watching the game through a potted plant, while this guy is starting a political rant. He's talking through the plays, talking through the fouls, ignoring my dirty looks and my angry scowls. He's treating my remote like a toy he owns, checking on the scores on the other phones. My knees are getting tired, my back is getting tight. I'm gripping my drink with knuckles wide. I worked 40 years to buy this house, now I'm cowering quietly just like a mouse. Halftime came and he finally stood. I gotta use the Johnny, said it's all good. I saw my opening, I saw my chance. I did a little shuffle and a victory dance. I dove into the leather, I reclaimed the land. I grabbed the remote control with my hand. I hit the recline button, laid it back. I was ready for the second half attack. But then my wife walked in with a heavy tray. Let Steve sit down, don't be that way. You can sit on the folding chair right there. I'm losing my mind and I'm losing my hair. Get out of my chair, you're in my zone. Get out of my chair, in my castle of stone. Get out of my chair, kickoff is near. Move your backside and give me my beer. Get up! Get out of my chair, you're in my zone. Get out of my chair, in my castle of stone. Get out of my chair, kickoff is near. Move your backside and give me my beer. Get up! Well, the first half is over, the teams are in the lock. I'm looking at the hands on the ticking clock. I remember the days of the Rolling Stones, when music was felt inside of your bones. The lights go down in the stadium bowl. I'm hoping for a little bit of rock and roll. Maybe Springsteen, maybe The Who, someone who knows what a guitar can do. But out comes a stage that looks like a spaceship, with 100 dancers doing a backflip. There's a cloud of smoke and a laser beam, and a singer wearing a metallic scheme. He's holding a mic, but he isn't singing, just jumping around while the track is ringing. He's wearing sunglasses in the dark of night, and his pants are looking incredibly tight. My niece is screaming, oh my God, it's him. I'm looking at the screen and my prospects are dim. I ask her, who is this jumping bean? She says, it's Little Z-Bo, the Trap King Machine. I'm looking for the drummer, I'm looking for the bass, but there ain't a musician in the whole entire place. Just a guy with a laptop pressing the space bar. I'm wondering exactly just where we are. He's mumbling words that I can't understand. He's making weird gestures with his left hand. Is he having a seizure? Is he okay? Or is this the music that they play today? Where are the guitars? Where is the rock? I'm staring blankly at the ticking clock. I want a Marshall stack, I want a Gibson Les Paul, not a shiny robot at the shopping mall. Turn it down, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. Now a giant rabbit walks onto the field with a neon sign as a protective shield. Is this Alice in Wonderland or football time? I'm searching for a reason or a rhythm or rhyme. The dancers are dressed like silver spoons, moving like characters in cartoons. I remember when Prince played in the rain. Now I'm just feeling a migraine pain. I look at my buddy, he's asleep in the chair. He doesn't even know, he doesn't even care. I wish I could join him in the land of Nod, instead of watching this musical fraud. Now he's flying on a wire above the crowd. The music is getting dangerously loud. It's just a booming bass and a synthesized clap. I'm caught in a cultural booby trap. I miss Tom Petty, I miss Paul McCartney, I miss the music that had a little heart. This is just a spectacle, a flash of light, designed to keep the TikTokers up all night. The show finally ends with a firework blast. I'm grateful that the misery is in the past. The players come back looking ready to fight. Finally something that looks vaguely right. So keep your pop stars and your auto-tune, your shiny costumes and your silver spoon. Just give me a riff and a steady beat, and keep the weirdos off the stadium street. Where are the guitars? Where is the rock? I'm staring blankly at the ticking clock. I want a Marshall stack, I want a Gibson Les Paul, not a shiny robot at the shopping mall. Turn it down, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. Well, the game was a thriller, went to overtime, but the crimes I committed were a food-based crime. I saw the buffet spread out on the table. I ate as much as I was physically able. It started with a dip, 7 layers deep, a mountain of cheese that was steep and steep. I scooped it up with a heavy hand, the tastiest texture in the land. Then came the wings, labeled atomic heat, a fiery challenge that I had to meet. My nephew dared me to eat just one. I ate a dozen before I was done. They burned going down, a warning sign, but I washed them away with a box of wine. I felt like a dragon, I felt like a king, unaware of the morning that the dawn would bring. I added some chili and a bratwurst too, a culinary mixture of a dangerous brew. My stomach was rumbling a distant storm, but I kept on eating to keep myself warm. The game ended late, I crawled into bed with a heavy stomach and a heavy head. I closed my eyes and tried to sleep, but the ghosts of the peppers began to creep. I woke up at 3 with a fire in my chest, put to the ultimate intestinal test. I felt like I swallowed a burning coal, taking a heavy and a spicy toll. It's a Monday morning heartburn, the Super Bowl flu. I ate too much red and I drank too much blue. Where is the Tums? Where is the milk? I feel like I'm sleeping on sandpaper silk. Oh, the pain. The alarm went off at 6 a.m. I felt like a wilted and broken stem. I have to go to work, I have to drive. I'm barely awake and barely alive. I looked in the mirror, my eyes were red. I looked like a member of the Walking Dead. I put on my shirt, it felt too tight, expanded from the feast of the previous night. I walked to the car with a heavy stride, burning up deep on the inside. I hit a pothole and I let out a groan, wishing I could stay in my comfort zone. I got to the office, sat at my desk, feeling grotesque and feeling burlesque. My boss walked over, did you see the play? I said, please don't talk to me today. I'm drinking water, gallon by gallon, trying to put out the fire of the stallion. My coworkers are eating donuts and sweets. I'm terrified of any more treats. I promised myself, like I do every year, next time I'll stick to a singular beer. Next time I'll eat a salad or two. But we both know that simply isn't true. So here's to the victors, here's to the lost, here's to the digestive line that I crossed. The trophy is shiny, the confetti is fun, but my stomach is cooked and completely done. It's a Monday morning heartburn, the Super Bowl flu. I ate too much red and I drank too much blue. Where is the Tums? Where is the milk? I feel like I'm sleeping on sandpaper silk. Oh,